Hello, friends. We are going to work on another glue book page, and this is a fun one. You know what a trick you can do with your journals is? If you always want to, because we already have this page, if you always want to get to work on the right and not have to work on the left, is you can go through one way and do all the right-hand side pages and then turn it around and do the left side pages. And I almost think I might want to do that just because this is just a fun glue book, right? This is not to be serious. There's nothing important about this. This is just fun. Okay, so now I want to gather some supplies. I'll be right back. So I put all my ephemera into these scrapbook.com boxes. I love them. And right now I am looking for these vintage kids. I hardly ever use kids, and it's gonna seem lovely. Let's see if we have any other school stuff that pops out at us. Ooh, look, there's pictures. I wonder if there's a school picture. These are Tim Holtz things. I want one that looks like it's kind of a schoolhouse. That is Halloween. Okay, not yet. Let's go ahead, and I'm trying to keep them so they aren't all squished on one part, so they're separated. Let's see, do we have any schoolhouses? Oh, those are kids playing on bikes. Okay, that could be fine. And there's a little girl. Okay, so we got a couple kid things, which I don't use very often. It's fine if you do. I just don't use kids in my artwork very often, but these are kids from way past. We're going to be doing a glue page book, and what that means is you just take stuff you like and you glue it down, right? And then you may do some doodling. I noticed I forgot to doodle the border on here, so we may do that. I may do that another time. But what I'm going to... I'm so sorry. I mean, I know that people do happy, friendly things, but for me, seeing that school bus reminded me of the Chowchilla school bus kidnapping, because I'm a true crime junkie. And functionally what it was these three total idiots decided that, one of them was the very, very rich son of the quarry owner. And what they decided to do was to dig a giant hole in the bottom of the quarry and then kidnap a school bus full of kids and then bury them and demand that their parents give them money. I'm just sorting out, so I'll tell you the story while I'm sorting. Anyways, so they kidnap the kids, they bury them in the ground, and two of the, well, maybe more than two, but at least a couple of the very big boys, who at the oldest were like 15, and the school bus driver managed to push the lid off of the container. They all escaped, they all lived. So excellent true crime story. All the good guys lived. So the kidnappers wound up trying to call into the police to demand their ransom, but they didn't think about the fact that all these parents would be freaked out that their kids got kidnapped. So they flooded the phone lines, and the kidnappers couldn't call in. And by the time they called in, the kids had already rescued themselves with the help of the school bus drivers. And they got so much time in jail. And like I said, they're just idiots. I want to make this a fun dedication to the fact that a whole bunch of big boys, so I need a couple big boys. Bink. And then some really little kids. Those aren't so little. This is a little girl. And these are little kids. And these guys can sit here on the thing. The bus driver was totally commended for his... Ooh, that doesn't work because she's reaching out to... We could have her reach out to the bus. Right? Right. And then the bus driver was totally commended for the fact that he helped to save all these children. Okay. So that is what the kids are reaching with the same hand. Okay, let's do this. Let's do this. I'm going to put these guys away. I don't need them. And then we're going to start gluing some stuff down. Okay, so we need one kid to kind of be behind with the bus driver, like he's helping her, right? Like that. Okay, where's that glue? So this is the grown-up bus driver who the kids said, and the parents said, oops, gosh, I got too much on there. Boop. We're going to put some over here to glue her hand down too. Then we're just going to wipe it on something random. There's a lizard in my craft room, and he just scooted away, and he scared the crap out of me. Okay, so those guys are going to be right there, and they're going to be behind the bus. So let's have them be right here, because I can use some of that extra glue, stick them on. Oh, if you're a little freaked out that there's a lizard in my craft room, I live in Florida, and there's little tiny lizards all over the place in Florida. It's just a thing. You learn to live with it. It's not anything that bothers you after a while. Beep, 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 beep. Oh, this is a great way to use up the kids. Oh my gosh, I'm getting glue all over him. Okay. These have kind of a glossy finish, so it's fine. I got glue all over them. All right, now let's think about our bus. I think right there, because I don't want to really see her foot. What about there? I don't care about the bumper. Well, if I do that, then I can go all the way over here. I think that's what I'm going to do. I like the bus more than I like the bumper. Beep, 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 beep. My glue is coming out great because I had it tipped upside down. Oh no! This is crystal gloss, not glue. No wonder it's sticking so well. I was like, why is this working so amazingly well? Because it's crystal gloss. It'll still stick. It's like, oh shoot, the dimensional, oh, what's it called? Glossy accents. Both a glue and an amazing dimensional. Okay, so we're going to put that right there. And that is going to be glossy because it was gloss. No wonder it's me. Oh, I just can't with me sometimes. And then I was so excited that it was so loose. That's funny. And now it's stuck all over my hands. Okay. So now I want to, this is going to be the big boy who got him out. So proud of him. And then these guys are going to sit on the bus. And we're going to have these guys standing here. I don't need all these kids if they won't all fit. But I'd like to get, oh, I guess they'll all fit. Okay, we're going to glue this girl to them. Not as easily as using the glossy. There we go. These kids, and then this guy's going to be either on this side of them. I like that because the big boys really did it. There were little kids on this bus. And when we say big boys, they were like young teens. Like they weren't 18, they were like 14, 15. Okay, now what I was thinking was, would it be cute to put like some pictures in the back? And I don't think I love that idea. I don't like that. I want it to focus on the school bus, the kids, and then the words. So we're not going to glue these guys down yet. I will get them all set. So I think I'm going to do something like that. But I want to pick my words first, because I may want the words to go behind the kids. So what did I see earlier that I kind of liked? Big Sank. We could have Restoring Hope. So it's either going to be really uplifting or committed a crime, right? Stay safe. Believe the whole crew. That's kind of funny. Room for the whole crew. Not funny. Haha. Bad funny me. It looks different. Not that. It is a whale of a tale. I don't mind that. My mom loved whales. I think I told you that last time. So if there's a whale in my art, it always makes me smile because then I think about my mom. Most people love Polar Good, From the Dawn of Humanity, Dunkirk Baby, Origin of Childhood. I got a lot of words I cut out. So here is this font again that I used on this page. So it would be easy to try to match them. I don't mind if they match. I don't mind if they don't. Since I would like crime. I don't know if I have, like, it's a crime, catch, a criminal. So picking up the pieces, that would be really sad because a lot of the kids wound up alcoholics. Get away. Yes. Wound up alcoholics and really disturbed by the fact that they got kidnapped and buried underground. But, oh, the places we'll go. That's funny. The perfect thriller. And if I wanted to, oh, crime to remember. There we go. Okay, so between a crime to remember and oh, the places we'll go. And you can see I'm using these scrapbook.com medium envelopes. I use them all the time. And because I'm going to be using this envelope so much, I'm not going to try to get them to all go in with it closed. I'm just going to get it like that and then put it back up here. This one I will put back in the box. Ooh, do we have one that looks like criminals in this set? Stupid criminals. Ooh, he looks like a criminal. Oh, I got this guy again, I think. Oh, there's two of that guy, and they were supposed to be brothers. Oh, my goodness. Yes. Okay. I think they were brothers. Some of them were brothers. The stupid criminals. Okay. This guy looks... I don't love him. I love this guy. So we're going to cut this down the middle. We're going to cut this down the middle. And we're going to... Where did that other one go? Where'd this other guy go? Did I put him away? No. Me. Hold on, I'll be right back. Now let's start thinking about what we're going to do. And so I do want crime to remember. And remember, when we're cutting along a big line like crime to remember, you want to use big scissors so you don't have a choppy line. And for here, I'm just going to go here and then cut in here. Okay, catch A. I could do getaway, stay safe, whale of a tail. Oh, those fonts kind of go together. See how these are serif fonts? Getaway, whale of a tail. I love that. I love that. So it means something to me, and it means something to the concept of what I'm doing in this book. Or on this page, sorry. Okay, so these should be dry. Pretty dry. Let's not use our good scissors. Let's use our glue cutting scissors. There we go. Just so we know where the edge is. Beep, beep, beep. So now I want to cut this. And if somebody were to look at this page and not know my interpretation of a lovely school bus, which could be super inspiring, they might see something totally different than what I see, and that's fine. You know, your art is for you, and it's for whoever's looking at it. And I'm cutting a little wide because I want to see if I have to get really close to get rid of and I think I do. I'm going to going really close to things is scary for me because I'm a little bit shaky. A little bit. I'm super shaky. Okay. So we have a getaway, whale of a tail. And we have crime to remember. So these are going to go down here somewhere. And I am going to, I don't need a whole bunch of white space on the words, right? So if I wanted to focus on the words, having a ton of white space around them would be wonderful because it would draw your eye to that. But that isn't the focus of this blue page. So let's get a feeling for the layout. So I could put it down here, but I don't really want to totally cover, like the school bus is partly the thing. So I think if we do this, we can put these guys all the way over here and have him on here, like the kids up there. We could do Getaway and then split up Whale of a Tale. Ooh, and then here we go. This is why we have Tim Holtz snips. So we're going to come, and I'm not going to try to cut him out exactly, but I'm going to leave his big old stupid ears. I'm sure this man was lovely, although he does look like he's in a police lineup. So I am going to go through and cut out the other two guys. I'll be right back. Okay, so now, don't glue in your journal, but I do. Okay, so I'm going to have him come right up from there. Yep. So I'm going to glue right along here. And these guys are way heavier material than the little magazine paper. They are, I wouldn't call it cardstock, but reinforced paper, sure. So they are going to help me to stabilize this paper. So if I do him here and I do him there, I like that. Do I want him on top? No, I do not want him on top. But I do want this little guy's shoulders. Everybody else's shoulders I rounded. And I want to not have that super hard shoulder line for him. Yeah, that looks a lot better. All right, we're going to stick this on. Bing, and go right to the edge. That looks great. Okay, now he's going to go behind this guy. I'm going to let this dry for 1 sec. Okay, now that these guys are a little bit more stable, oh, let's glue him to him in this. There's a little overlap, and then I'm going to put this down on the diagonal. You could put it square. The reason why I'm doing it on the diagonal is for 2 reasons. And I've been doing graphic design for a really long time. So one thing is this kind of will designate that while these people belong on the page, they are different than the people who are maybe standing on the bus, right? So there's a delineation between the people at the top and the people at the bottom. These guys are on the diagonal. They have a little bit different look to them. They're grown-ups. You know, we only have one grown-up and all these kids. And then it says a crime to remember. So you start thinking about, you know, maybe what is the crime that they committed, right? Right. And then we're going to start thinking about putting our kids down. I love that. I kind of want him now in that little crook of, okay, I love them like this. Ooh, I could put her right there. So it's all of his kind of right side. I'm just trying to hook them together a little bit so they aren't so hard to work with. Right there. And then that little girl is touching, oops, gotta get it kind of going down a teeny bit. And then we want Getaway Maybe behind him a little bit. Yep. Because we want our stuff to touch. When you're designing a page, if we just had the kids standing and then the criminals standing and nobody was touching, it doesn't feel like nearly as cohesive a page. I think I might have put it, that's okay. We'll just put it down here. We'll move the kids down. And then we're gonna do a whale of a tail. So because we have to go so close between these, right? So that's very skinny. Now what we need to do is we need to make the margin on the other side very skinny too. And then it doesn't feel like we had to cut a sentence apart. It just feels like that's the margin on these words. There you go. Whale of a tail. And I'm going to have all the whites touching and not touching the bus driver. See, I'm going right there. Boop. And then boop. Center justified, because if I'm given a choice, I generally center justify. Okay. All right. We're so close. We're going to glue the kids on, and the big boy's head's going to be right there. I can tell already this is going to turn into a super fat book just by the number of layers we've already added. But that's fine. This is just for fun. This is not supposed to be art, capital A, art. This is a fun little glue book to keep me entertained. There we go. Nope. There we go. The kids are, we can tell that says getaway. Let's stick these kids down. And then let's have these two boys. Oops, part of his head's coming off. And there are a million more things we could do if we wanted to. We could color. I'll color these paper dolls with embossing powder. Tim Holtz Distress Embossing Powder. And they are sitting right on that bus. And this is my depiction of the Chowchilla school bus hijacking. And I may doodle, I may do some other things, but this is the layout. And if you left it there, it would be perfectly fine. And here is how it turned out. I did not outline those guys because they're not important. They're the bad guys. I outlined everybody. And I think that just finished it off. Diane Reevely talks about outlining, making it stick to the page. And I agree. I used a skinny Posca pen to do that. And that is it. I love how this turned out. Hopefully that helps. Tara Jacobson, Artsy Fartsy Life.